what is your educational background? What was your professional journey?
Okay, I'm a chartered accountant by profession. I did my chartered accountancy from a firm, local firm here in Pakistan.
What was the core value? What was the mission? What was the vision of your group?
Hire talented people, hire them, we empower them, we give them delegation, and if they achieve results, we reward them.
Kohinoor Maple Leaf group has a lot of remarkable acquisitions. Can you please elaborate?
No, we don't have a lot of. We just did. Perhaps you have. We have done recently 2 acquisitions.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the key challenges you have faced in your HR department while hiring people?
Is to find the right kind of people.
Yes, definitely.
You can on paper you can find a person who is very well qualified, but finding a person with the right attitude, who is willing to work hard.
Where do you see your company in next 5 years?
The Kohinoor Maple Leaf Group is at a stage where we can continue to grow both in the top line and in the bottom line.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to the new episode of Coffee with CEO. I am your host Pushra Javed, and today we are honored to have a distinguished leader, a business leader who has made a remarkable contribution in Pakistan sector of corporate and the financial sector with over 3 decades of experience in finance, corporate governance and strategic leadership. I would like to invite the Group Director Finance of Kohinoor Maple Leaf Group, Mr. Mohsin Raza Naqvi. Assalamu alaikum sir, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you very much.
Sir, I want to start.
Thank you very much for having me here.
Thank you so much,
Right.
sir.
Thank you.
Sir, I want to start from a very beginning. What is your educational background? What was your professional journey?
Okay, I'm a chartered accountant by profession. I did my chartered accountancy from a firm, local firm here in Pakistan. It's called A.F. Ferguson and Company, which is affiliated with Big Four, one of the Big Four firm called PricewaterhouseCoopers. My brief professional journey is I started my career beginning late 1989. I briefly worked here for a leasing company as a finance manager before I went out of Pakistan. I lived like 13 years out of Pakistan, 8 years in Saudi Arabia. I was working for one of the largest construction company in the world at that time. I worked there 8 years in Saudi Arabia as a chief financial controller of that company. And then after that, I went to Kuwait for 4 years. I was working for a large group in Kuwait as a group finance manager. And then in 2003, I came back and I joined this group where I'm still here. In Kohinoor Maple Leaf Group. It's a large business house in Pakistan. It's owned by, sponsored by a famous business family in Pakistan, Segal's group. So we have cement, we have textile, we have fertilizers, and we have capital markets exposure in the business here.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Pakistan is going through a testing time. How
Yes.
do you think that we can turn Pakistan economy?
Yeah. It is a sort of a difficult question, and it's going to be a long answer for that. First of all, I must acknowledge, and this is not only me who is saying this. There are a lot of people, and it is this thought is a reflection of our group's acknowledgement as well, that this current management, financial management team of the country have performed considerably well over the last 3 years. if I, since I'm a numbers guy, I'll quote you a few numbers. So if you go back to June 2022-23, Pakistan was very close to be, I mean, it was not a defaulted country, but it was very close to be declared as a defaulted economy.
Yes.
And from at that time, in 2022, if you look at the numbers, $17.5 billion were the current account deficit. Our imports were 80 billion. Our remittances were 31 billion, and our exports were also 31 billion. Now, just fast forward about 3 years, if you look at the recent numbers, our current account last year was surplus. This year it is almost in balance. The figure is about 140 million US dollars. That is only 0.03% of the GDP. So and I mean, this is an external account, I'm telling you. Remittances has improved from 31 billion to almost 41.5 billion this year. So there is a quantum jump of about 10 billion which has been increased. The growth has happened in the remittances. This is the external side of the country, but on the which we call the fiscal side, which is the rupee is sort of a balance sheet of the country. On the rupee side, our fiscal deficit for this year, we our primary fiscal is not deficit, but it's a surplus. It's a 2% of the GDP is a surplus. And if you go back to 2022, we had over 5% of the primary as a negative figure. So there is a turnaround of about 5 to 6% of GDP. So it's a huge turnaround. So they are, having said that, what we can say for the economy, maybe we are at a stabilization stage, but nevertheless, we should work towards achieving the growth for the country. Now, the growth, we have to be very, very careful how you achieve this growth. The growth here has to be export-led. We have made a mistake in the previous years where the growth, Pakistan GDP was growing at 5%, at 6%, but you see most of this growth was coming out of the loans being taken, and then it was being invested into those assets which, like roads, infrastructure, certain assets which were not producing any exportable goods. So this time around, I think the government should focus on export-led growth, and in order to do that export-led growth, because then you have to dive down into what are the drivers for those export-led growth.
Yes.
So first of all, what you have to do is to obviously create an exportable surplus. Exportable surplus of goods will only happen if you can produce a certain quantity of goods at a certain cost, which is competitive, at which price you can export
Yes, exactly.
your goods. Now, if you look at how you can produce the exportable surplus, we have to reduce the cost of production in Pakistan. And there are two, in my opinion, there are two things which we must do. Number one is the cost of, after the raw material, in most of the areas, electricity cost is one of the largest costs.
Exactly.
Like in textile, after the raw material, electricity is the biggest cost component. So you have to reduce those components. Now in the electricity side, private entrepreneurs like our company, they are pursuing themselves the solarization. Now we are entering into the BESS, which is battery energy management solutions. The private sector itself will take care of electricity. This will be done by the large entrepreneurs, but there are a lot of smaller entrepreneurs for whom the government have to reduce the cost. Now, the reason why the cost for industry is high is not because the generation cost in Pakistan is very high. It is because the industry actually is subsidizing. Pakistan probably is the only country where, the electricity cost for industry is exponentially higher than the electricity cost for the other consumers.
Yeah.
So what we are doing is we are putting the burden on the industry, and we are taking revenue from there. We are increasing their cost and subsidizing those other consumers. These subsidies has to be eliminated. And the other very important factor is taxation. Pakistan has the highest taxation rates in the world. At the moment, it is about 46%, if you include the WPPR, worker participation funds. So that taxation has to go down. So, I mean, we can talk about, there are so many things, and then this is the external account, and then on the internal side, on the fiscal side, probably the size of the government has to be reduced. There are a lot of private sector enterprises.
Yes.
We are losing over 800 billion in the loss-making private sector, public sector entities. Those has to be either sold, restructured, or they must be closed.
Yes, exactly.
So there are so many things but these are few things which can be, immediately be done.
If Kohinoor Maple Leaf Group could describe itself in 3 words, what it would be? What was the core value? What was the mission? What was the vision of your group?
In Kohinoor Maple Leaf Group, our core thesis is, and our value is to, hire talented people, hire them, we empower them, we give them delegation, and if they achieve results, we reward them. So if you empower people, if you hire the right kind of people, and if you empower them, and if you let them do the work, people can do wonders here.
Okay. Our audience want to know what are the challenges and what are the opportunities in your industry.
Okay. This again probably is going to be a little bit long answer, and the reason for that is we are operating in 3-4 industries. First of all, I'll talk about textile. We are one of the largest textile mill in Pakistan. It's called Kohinoor Textile Mills. It started working in 1954. And this is one of the most profitable company in Pakistan. And the challenge is the same. You have to produce an exportable commodity at a certain price point, because you have to export it. So you are competing with the whole world. So you have to be best in your cost, and you have to be close to best with the quality as well. So the first challenge is to produce something at a certain cost, at a certain quality standards. And then again, the opportunities are huge. Pakistan is blessed with cotton. We are blessed with a lot of people, labor which can be trained. So and the opportunity is in textile is if any company can reduce its cost by way of solarization, it's a huge opportunity in textile, and this is what we had been doing as a company, and we have succeeded. Now in cement again, the cost there is also a challenge, because there is a lot of the biggest cost in cement is not raw material, it's not labor, and the biggest cost is in energy, which is basically coal, and coal prices are vary with the international prices, so that is a challenge, how you reduce your cost. Our industry have done a lot of work in reducing overall cost. We have put up waste heat recovery plants, so these are the challenges which we have managed. We still continue to manage those challenges, and opportunity is, yes, again, Pakistan is a 240-50 million people. There are a lot of housing shortage, so there's an opportunity which will come eventually. Then we are also in healthcare business. Healthcare is also, we feel there is a lot of opportunity. Again, population base, there are very few hospitals in Pakistan which are made at an international standard. So what we are doing here is we are making a 250 bed hospital which will be operational in probably next 6 to 8 months. And we are having an affiliation with one of the largest hospital of the world. Is going to be affiliated. So what we are going to do, we will follow those standards. So following those standards, is the challenge. But there is a huge opportunity because no one else is doing that. So I think this is an opportunity. And then we are in capital markets. The capital market also have a huge opportunity. We are operating as Maple Leaf Capital Limited is one of the larger fund of the country. So we believe that there is a huge opportunity in the stock market, even though it's at a very at its peak. But still, if you look at the multiples of our peer group trades at a much higher multiples. So there is a huge opportunity in the capital markets also. There is an opportunity for capital markets to have an FDI as well, because Pakistan only would have a exposure of 5 billion. The foreign investors who has invested into Pakistani equities are as of today probably would be only $5 billion. And if I tell you the number, what this number is for India, I'm sure all of you will be surprised. That's about 950 billion. And people say that Indian economy is good. It's good, and they have reserves of like 650 billion plus, but they have a liability on the stock exchange as well. If all of the foreign investors withdraw, which they will not, of course, but then they have a liability of $950 billion, and against Pakistan that liability is only 5 billion. So there, I mean, in every sector there are a lot of opportunities.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, Kohinoor Maple Leaf Group has a lot of remarkable acquisitions. Can you please elaborate?
No, we don't have a lot of. We just did. Perhaps you have. We have done recently 2 acquisitions.
Okay.
In probably last 2 years. So one acquisition was in the fertilizer plant. We in the fertilizer business. We have acquired a company called Agritech Limited in joint venture with one of the largest fertilizer player in Pakistan. And then we have also acquired a cement plant. It's called a Pioneer Cement Limited. So these 2 acquisitions has been actually done in a record time, especially The Pioneer cement acquisition was done from the date of signing the MOU to the date of taking control of the company. It has been done. It must be one of the fastest transactions. It has been done in 65 days only. So after acquiring the Pioneer Cement, we have become one of the larger player. We are certainly in the top 4 players of the country. By dispatch of goods to the local economy, we are the 3rd largest cement player in Pakistan. So we believe these 2 acquisitions will has already added to the growth, and it will also add good value to our bottom line.
Okay. Yeah. What are the key challenges you have faced in your HR department while hiring people? The key challenges, the major challenge basically is to find the right kind of people. Yes, definitely. You can, on paper, you can find a person who is very well qualified. But finding a person with the right attitude, who is willing to work hard, who I think, in my opinion, the biggest challenge here in Pakistan while you're hiring is that once you hire people, there are very few people who feel pride in their jobs. Like if you hire a driver, probably he will work, but he will not be happy being a driver. If you hire a finance manager, you hire a finance manager, he's a young guy, he has a 2-3 years experience, you hire him, he's working there. Yes. Okay, he has a good qualification, but he doesn't feel pride in what he's doing. So he's looking to be much more than what he actually, in our opinion, sometimes in actually what he deserves. So the young people who are coming, they are very impatient. They would like to, have a success overnight. There are very few people who feel pride in their existing job and try to do their best in their existing jobs. So the attitude is a big issue. So one of the challenges what we face in our company is to find people with the right attitude who can come into our company and mix with the ecosystem we already have. Where do you see your company in next 5 years?
Yeah, it is again a difficult question because 5 years is a long time in Pakistani scenario, and anything can happen. So first of all, in order to plan for next 5 years, so what we do, we as a board level, our board has given us clear instruction that you have to be conservative, because in Pakistan you cannot be very, very aggressive and doing things. Sometimes avoiding things is more important than you do many things. So keeping that objective at mind, I think Kohinoor Maple Leaf Group is at a stage where we can continue to grow both in the top line and in the bottom line, and hopefully we'll have a good growth coming next 5 years. But in Pakistan it's very, very difficult to predict.
What are the ingredients of emotional intelligence in your perspective?
Emotional intelligence is actually very, very relevant, especially when you are working at a C-level position. You are dealing with people, and everybody has emotions. You have emotions. So it is very important that you manage emotions of the people. It is very, very important that as a CEO, as a C-level position holder, you understand people's feelings. You have humility, you have empathy, and you basically should have a skill to hear what the person is not saying. So for a CEO, it is very, very important to take care of the emotional side of the team as well. So it is very important as well.
How do you manage anger or stress in your busy life?
I personally don't, at least show that I am, angered or under pressure, because for any leader it is very important to stay calm. So when the things go wrong, first thing you have to do is you have to be calm. Even if you are worried, your team should know that the things will be all right, and you have to be positive. So this is, our company has gone through a stressful situations also in the past. But if you manage things calmly, and it is also very, very important when the things go wrong, and when everybody is under pressure, you need to go into details. You need to find reasons why we are in a situation where we are, and then you take the remedy.
If success comes with a recipe book, which book you would suggest to us?
Sorry?
If success comes with a recipe book, which book you would suggest to us?
Okay, you're talking about the books.
Yes.
Okay. So the books, I would suggest two books. There is one book, and incidentally they are from the same author. His name is Jim Collins, and I am a great fan of him. He has written many books, but two of the books are a favorite. One book is titled Good to Great. And the other book is called How the Mighty Fall. Now these two books give you different messages. One is how you make a good company, how you take good company to greatness, and the other book tells you how when you become great and how do you fall. So if I would recommend these two books, and if you guys will not find time, I can quote two.
Sure.
I can give you two quotes out of these two books. The first one is that good is the enemy of great. That if you compromise on goodness, you will never become a great. So you should not compromise as a young person if you have achieved something good. If you want to achieve greatness. And the other thing is that from the other book, it says that hubris is the first sign of decline. So when you're successful, you become arrogant, and when you become arrogant, you start making decisions out of hubris, and you become careless. So these are the two books I would suggest.
What is happiness for Mohsin Raza Naqvi?
Happiness?
Yes.
Yeah, happiness is very simple, and happiness is that being content for what you have got, and again I would say what I've said, that which we find actually challenge in new generation. They don't feel pride in the jobs. Whatever you're doing, whatever your job is, you should feel pride in what you're doing, and you should be excelling while doing that job. And if you do that, you will be happy.
At last, any one message for our younger generation?
Yeah. So my message, I mean, there could be many messages, but my message is that there is a huge opportunity in Pakistan, which has to be tapped, and it has to be tapped by young people like you. I have lived in out of the country as an expat professional. I've lived like good 13 years of my prime professional age outside Pakistan, and I'm here since 2003. There has been more than 2 decades. I'm back in Pakistan and I have no regrets. There are a lot of Pakistanis who wants to go abroad. There's a huge competition outside, but if you look at Pakistan, there are huge gaps. If any young person or of any age can fill those gaps, you can excel. If you look at, if you can produce something, as I've said earlier, if you can produce something in Pakistan at a certain cost point with a certain quality parameter, you are bound to sell that. Whether you are running a cafeteria, you are running a restaurant, you are running a small factory, you are working as a freelancer, it's a huge opportunity. And you see, now it ties up with the economic crossroad what we have. We have already achieved the economic stability in the country. The government is looking at certain aspects, which is they're reducing the corporate taxations. They are diversifying, so the taxation load on the documented economy is going to get reduced. Electricity costs can be reduced by solarization. Pakistan is blessed with solarization. Pakistan is blessed with a lot of other raw materials and natural resources. Those resources has to be converted into added. It has to be value added, and it can be exported. It can be locally. Now you look at, if you go to the general store, if you had gone to the general store like in 2020, prior to COVID, there were a lot of imported items, eatables. Now if you go to the general store, you can find very good brands which are locally produced.
Exactly.
Because of the devaluation and all this, the imported consumable items and these eatables, food items have become very expensive. There are a lot of brands which has come up. You have ketchups, you have biscuits, you have cosmetics, women cosmetics, you have soaps, which were not there. And these are all done by young people. And from here, the young people can, do a lot of things and capitalize on the economic stability. Just reduce the cost, hire good people, work yourself hard. And I think we are very, very positive as a group also, and myself also, about Pakistan.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time. That's all for today's episode. Thank you.